Ernest Borgnine was born Ernest Borgnino on January 24, 1917, in Hamden, Connecticut, to Italian immigrant parents who embodied the values of hard work and perseverance. His father, Camillo, worked as a barber, while his mother, Anna, managed the household and emphasized discipline, humility, and resilience. Growing up in a modest working-class environment shaped Borgnine's grounded personality and deep respect for everyday people. He was not raised with dreams of stardom, but with an understanding that success came from persistence and effort. As a young man, he worked physically demanding jobs, including stoking furnaces and bartending, experiences that gave him firsthand insight into ordinary struggles. These early years instilled in him an authenticity that later defined his performances. Long before Hollywood took notice, Borgnine had already developed the emotional depth and grit that would make his characters feel real, relatable, and unmistakably human. Military service and the road to acting. Before pursuing acting, Borgnine served honorably in the United States Navy during World War II, an experience that profoundly shaped his worldview. Military life exposed him to discipline, teamwork, and the realities of responsibility under pressure. He later credited the Navy with teaching him structure and respect, lessons he carried throughout his acting career. After returning home, Borgnine made the unconventional decision to study acting at the American Theater Wing in New York City. Unlike many aspiring performers, he did not fit the traditional Hollywood mold, but he embraced that difference. He immersed himself in theater, learning voice control, character study, and emotional honesty through stage work. Those formative years on stage sharpened his skills and built his confidence. Borgnine's transition from serviceman to actor was not immediate or easy, but it laid a foundation of professionalism and dedication that would later earn him the respect of directors, co-stars, and audiences alike. Breakthrough and defining performances. Borgnine's breakthrough came in the 1950s as he steadily built a reputation for playing tough, authoritative characters with surprising emotional depth. His defining moment arrived in 1955 with Marty, where he portrayed a lonely, kind-hearted butcher longing for connection. The performance was raw, vulnerable, and deeply moving, earning him the Academy Award for Best Actor. Marty shattered expectations and proved that leading men did not need conventional looks to carry profound emotional weight. Following this success, Borgnine appeared in iconic films such as From Here to Eternity, The Dirty Dozen, The Wild Bunch, and The Poseidon Adventure. Each role showcased his versatility across genres, from war dramas to action epics. Audiences trusted him because he brought sincerity to every performance. Borgnine's career was defined not by glamour, but by authenticity, making him one of Hollywood's most dependable and respected actors. Television fame and cultural impact. While his film career flourished, Borgnine also became a beloved television presence, particularly through McHale's Navy. His portrayal of the clever, unconventional Lieutenant Commander Quentin McHale displayed his natural comedic timing and warmth. The series introduced him to a new generation of viewers and cemented his status as a household name. Unlike many film stars of his era, Borgnine embraced television without hesitation, seeing it as another opportunity to connect with audiences. He later appeared in numerous guest roles, animated voice performances, and commercials, demonstrating remarkable adaptability. His longevity in the industry was rare, and his willingness to take on diverse projects reflected his genuine love for acting rather than concern for prestige. Borgnine's cultural impact extended beyond awards. He became a symbol of reliability, humor, and humanity, proving that a long career is built not just on talent, but on consistency, humility, and respect for the craft. Personal life and early marriages. Ernest Borgnine's personal life was complex and often turbulent, marked by multiple marriages that reflected different stages of his evolving life. His first marriage, to Rhoda Kemmons, began in 1949 and produced a daughter, Nancy. This period coincided with the early struggles of his acting career, and while the marriage eventually ended, Borgnine remained devoted to his role as a father. In 1959, he married acclaimed actress Katie Jurado, a union characterized by passion and intensity. Both were strong personalities navigating demanding careers, and the pressures of public life ultimately took their toll. These early marriages revealed the challenges Borgnine faced balancing ambition, fame, and personal stability. Despite the failures, he rarely spoke bitterly about them, later acknowledging that growth often comes through difficulty. His early relationships were not scandals, but learning experiences that shaped his understanding of partnership, compromise, and emotional maturity. The brief marriage to Ethel Merman. In 1964, Borgnine married Broadway legend Ethel Merman in a highly publicized union that lasted just 42 days. Both were accomplished, forceful personalities accustomed to commanding attention, and the marriage quickly revealed their incompatibility. Borgnine later described the relationship as intense and emotionally exhausting, marked by constant disagreements and differing expectations. He acknowledged Merman's immense talent and charisma, but admitted that their domestic life lacked balance and mutual understanding. Rather than portraying her as a villain, Borgnine framed their failure as a collision of two strong individuals unable to bend. Merman herself later symbolized the marriage with a blank page in her autobiography, underscoring its insignificance in her life. Over time, Borgnine reflected on the experience with honesty and humility, recognizing that admiration alone cannot sustain a partnership. Their marriage remains notable not for scandal, but as a reminder of how compatibility matters more than fame, family life, and a search for stability. After his marriage to Merman ended, Borgnine sought a quieter, more grounded personal life. His fourth marriage to Donna Runcourt brought a period of relative stability and the joy of raising children. Together, they had 3 children, and Borgnine took pride in balancing fatherhood with his demanding career. This phase of his life revealed a side of him rarely seen on screen, patient, nurturing, and deeply family-oriented. Though the marriage eventually ended, it reinforced his desire for long-term companionship and emotional peace. Borgnine later admitted that fame complicated relationships, often pulling him away from home for extended periods. Still, he valued his role as a father and remained connected to his children. These years marked a transition from volatility to reflection as Borgnine began to prioritize emotional stability over intensity, laying the groundwork for the lasting partnership that would follow. A lasting partnership with Tova Borgnine. In 1973, Ernest Borgnine married Tova Tresnes, a relationship that endured for nearly 4 decades until his death. This marriage proved to be the most stable and fulfilling of his life. Tova was not only his wife, but his confidant, advocate, and constant support. Together, they navigated aging, health challenges, and the evolving entertainment industry. Borgnine often credited Tova with bringing balance and calm into his life, allowing him to fully enjoy his later years. Their partnership was rooted in mutual respect rather than competition, offering the emotional security he had long sought. Unlike his earlier marriages, this union thrived away from public drama. It reflected maturity, acceptance, and genuine companionship. Borgnine's enduring relationship with Tova demonstrated that personal growth does not stop with age, and that lasting love often comes after learning hard lessons about oneself and others. Final years, death, and enduring legacy. Ernest Borgnine passed away on July 8, 2012, at the age of 95 at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles. Even in his final years, he remained active, engaged, and appreciative of life. Following surgery and routine medical care, he faced his later years with dignity and resilience. Borgnine was cremated and honored with a military funeral, recognizing both his service to his country and his contributions to the arts. His legacy extends far beyond awards or box office success. He is remembered as an actor who brought honesty to every role and as a man who openly acknowledged his imperfections. Borgnine's life story reflects growth, humility, and perseverance. From humble beginnings to Hollywood legend, his journey reminds us that greatness is built on authenticity, resilience, and the willingness to learn from both triumphs and failures, his work continues to resonate, ensuring his place in cinematic history.